What if I told you everything you think you know about electricity is wrong? Not a little wrong, completely wrong. Lights turning on, phones charging, power flowing like water through wires. That picture in your head, something is off about it, very off. And almost no one talks about this. Electricity feels like one of the most normal things in our lives. So normal that we never stop to question it. From childhood, we are shown the same picture again and again. A switch, a wire, a bulb. Flip the switch. Electricity flows through the wire. The bulb turns on. Simple. This idea becomes so familiar that it feels unquestionable. Almost like gravity, almost like breathing. We imagine electricity as something that moves, something that travels, like water rushing through a pipe, power plant on one side, your house on the other, electricity running between them like a river. That image feels comforting because it makes the world feel understandable. Wires look solid. Electricity feels physical. Cause and effect feels clear. Even textbooks reinforce this picture. Arrows pointing forward, lines showing flow, little particles marching in one direction. And because the light turns on when we flip the switch, the picture feels correct. We never think twice. But here's the quiet trick. This belief isn't based on how electricity actually behaves. And it's based on what feels intuitive. Our brains love simple stories. Stories where things move from point A to point B. Stories we can draw with a pencil. So we accept this version without resistance. Electricity becomes just another substance, like air, like water, like fuel. Something that gets delivered. And because it works so reliably, we stop being curious. Phones charge. Fans spin, screens glow. Why question it? That's the dangerous part. And the more something works, the less we ask how it truly works. This belief quietly shapes how we see the modern world. We think power is stored somewhere far away. We think it's sent to us. We think wires are the heroes of the story. But this comfortable picture hides a deeper confusion because the belief is not just slightly wrong, it's misleading. It trains us to look in the wrong place. When something breaks, we blame the wire. When something fails, we imagine blockage, like a clogged pipe. Even our language gives it away. Flow of electricity, current running, power going through. These words lock the image into our minds. And once a belief feels obvious, we stop questioning it altogether. That's how misconceptions survive for generations, not because they are stupid, but because they feel natural. Electricity becomes invisible background magic, always there, always trusted. Yet this simple belief creates a strange blindness, because when scientists look deeper, they realize this picture could not explain everything. The story was too neat, too clean. It worked for teaching, but not for understanding. And that's where the discomfort begins. Because if something this basic, something this everyday is misunderstood at such a deep level, then what else are we casually getting wrong? The belief we all grew up with feels safe, familiar, reliable, but safety doesn't mean truth. And sometimes the most dangerous misunderstandings are the ones that feel obvious. There is a moment that almost everyone ignores, a moment so fast it feels invisible. You flip the switch, the light turns on, no delay, no waiting, no pause, it feels instant. We never question that moment because it happens too quickly for our minds to catch. But that moment hides a problem. According to the story, we believe electricity should take time. If electrons are moving through a wire, they must travel from one end to the other, and movement takes time. Here's the strange part. Electrons move incredibly slowly, not fast, not even close. In a household wire, they drift at a speed slower than a crawling insect. Slower than your heartbeat, almost frozen. So how does the light turn on immediately? This question haunted scientists. Something strange happened here. The math said one thing, reality showed another. If electricity were truly just particles racing forward, the bulb should light up after a noticeable delay. But it doesn't. Not seconds, not milliseconds, not even a blink. Instant. This wasn't a small error. It was a crack in the entire picture. And for a long time, no one liked to talk about it because the simple explanation everyone loved couldn't survive this moment. Scientists avoided this question in basic teaching, not because they didn't know the answer, but because the answer was harder to imagine. The instant light problem forces us to face an uncomfortable truth. The thing that turns on the bulb is not the same thing that moves slowly inside the wire. Something else is at work. Think of it like this. You're standing in a long line of people, shoulder to shoulder, packed tightly. No one is running. No one is rushing forward. Now someone at the back gives a small push. What happens? No single person travels the whole distance, but the movement is felt instantly at the front. That's the missing piece. The electrons don't race to the bulb. They barely move at all. Yet the effect reaches the bulb almost immediately. This realization made scientists uncomfortable because it meant the familiar story was incomplete. The wire was not a road. It was more like a tense spring, a system already under pressure. When you flip the switch, you don't send electrons on a journey. You disturb a system that was already waiting. The response travels fast, not because particles are fast, but because the influence is. This is the moment where the old belief breaks. The instant light problem reveals a hidden layer of reality, one that doesn't behave like solid objects, one that doesn't wait its turn. It acts all at once. And that raises a deeper mystery. If electricity responds instantly without particles traveling, then what exactly is moving? What is carrying the energy? This single question quietly destroyed the water pipe idea, but it also opened something far stranger, because the answer doesn't live inside the wire, it lives around it. And once you notice that, you can never unsee it. Every light switch becomes suspicious. Every glowing screen becomes a reminder. The moment is too fast, too clean, too perfect, and it whispers a warning. The picture we trusted was never the whole story. If you think electrons are rushing from the power plant to your house, think again. They're not. They're already there. Every wire in your home is packed with electrons. They're already there, sitting, waiting, barely moving, almost asleep. Imagine a crowded hallway, every person shoulder to shoulder, no one moving forward. Now someone at one end nudges. The nudge is felt instantly all along the line. No one runs the length of the hallway, yet the effect travels. That's how electricity actually works inside wires. The electrons are not messengers delivering energy, they're passengers. The real energy is being passed along by something invisible, something almost magical. For decades, scientists looked at this and scratched their heads. It didn't fit the simple flow like water idea. Something strange was happening. No one could explain it in a way that matched the textbook picture. They tried to measure, they tried to calculate. They could see the drift of electrons painfully slow, and yet the effects were instantaneous. How could a slow-moving crowd make the light turn on immediately? How could electrons moving millimeters per second make energy travel millions of meters per second? The problem was uncomfortable. It challenged the very way we thought about electricity. And that's why for a long time, this question was quietly avoided. Teachers didn't want to confuse students. Textbooks ignored it. Even scientists tiptoed around it, but the truth was staring them in the face. The electrons themselves were not the heroes of the story. They were background players. The energy didn't ride them like a train. It flowed through the system, guided by something unseen. To picture it, imagine a row of dominoes. Each piece barely moves, but a wave of motion travels across the line instantly. The motion doesn't depend on any single domino racing forward. It's the collective effect that matters. In wires, the electrons are like dominoes. They barely shift, but the nudge, the signal, travels almost at the speed of light. This is where the common sense belief collapses. If electricity isn't just electrons rushing, then everything we learned about flow is misleading. The wire is not the main carrier. It's just a guide, a framework for something much more mysterious. And it gets stranger, because if the electrons are not moving the energy, then the energy must be moving somewhere else, somewhere invisible, outside the wire, in the space around it. That's the twist almost no one talks about. For centuries, we measured current, voltage, resistance. We built circuits and technology, and yet the real action was hiding in plain sight. The electron's slow drift gave the illusion of motion, but the true energy was surging through fields, through the surrounding space, far faster than anything we could see. It's a paradox, a mystery, a subtle trick of nature. Every time we flip a switch, every time a device turns on instantly, it's a reminder. The crowd is still, the nudge is invisible, and yet the world responds. We were taught that electricity is flowing like water. The electrons are rushing. The power is moving. But the real story is quieter, slower, almost unnoticeable. Electricity is not what you think. It's not a river of electrons rushing from the power plant to your home. It's something far stranger. It's something invisible, something that dances around the wires rather than inside them. Imagine this, a vast field of grass stretching in every direction. You push down on one blade, and the motion spreads instantly to the next. A ripple travels across the field, faster than any single blade can move. This is how energy moves in electricity. The electrons barely drift. The energy is the ripple, the invisible disturbance traveling through the surrounding space. Then what else is hidden? What other forces, rules, and patterns shape our reality, or that we've been blind to all along? Maybe space itself isn't empty. Maybe the world isn't as solid as it feels. Maybe the everyday objects around us are interacting with invisible forces in ways we barely understand. And it's not just electricity, gravity, magnetism, light, energy. What else are we mistaking for simple? What other truths are lurking just beneath the surface, waiting to reveal themselves? You start to realize that the universe is not a collection of obvious things. It's a network of mysteries, invisible, intertwined, and constantly moving. We just happen to live in the middle of it, barely noticing. The implications are terrifying and beautiful. Terrifying because it reminds us how small our understanding is. Beautiful because it shows the universe is far more alive, subtle, and magical than we ever imagined. And here's the strangest part. Electricity, something we interact with every second, is just the beginning. It's the first glimpse into a hidden world that's all around us, a world where energy moves without matter moving, where space itself can carry power, where the rules are not what they seem. We live in a universe full of invisible ripples, silent currents, and forces that shape reality, and yet most of us never notice. Every switch we flip, every device we touch, every light that glows is a reminder that the universe has secrets we have barely scratched, a reminder that reality is stranger than fiction, a reminder that what we take for granted may not be what it seems. And then you are left with the question that never leaves you. If energy can move without the particles we expect, if space itself can carry the force that powers our lives, then what else is hiding right in front of our eyes? How many obvious truths are actually illusions? The answers are out there, but they are invisible, elusive, waiting. Every flicker of a light, every hum of a device, every surge of power is a silent whisper from the universe asking us to look closer. And maybe, just maybe, the moment we finally stop assuming, the moment we finally start seeing, the real magic of the world will finally reveal itself.